Am I live now? Houston, 1 2 1 2, sound check. Okay, I think I'm live. Jesus, Murphy, and whoever. Yeah, Sue, it's your fault. Oh man. Well, hi everyone. First of all, I'm glad to see you all. Well, I actually wanted to upload my premiere video, like I always do that with Vril and Runes, because other than that, I will start squirreling. I know I will. So, but I made a video. Took me like 3 to 4 hours, and then I couldn't even play it, and not even upload it on my computer. So that totally sucked. I don't know. What tough. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. So, and since I announced it, and I didn't want to cancel again since I did that the last time already, so you got to deal with me live now on that subject. Hey, that way. So I'm trying to do my best not to squirrel away and try to get together somehow what I was talking about on my video, because for some reason I don't think I can get it all together again. Thank you, bottle caps. So yeah, I will try my best. So tonight I wanted to talk about the to harness the Vril energy and the rune Tiwaz. Hey, Lavera, look at you. Yep, Natalie, it is Mercury retrograde. I don't know. I was watching Max's live stream, and I don't know. I had to go in, out, in, out, in, out. That was like, hey, Solar Guitar. Nice to stop by. Bottle caps, no coronavirus support group. No, please don't do that. No. I know you're just bugging me, right? Because you know it's my favorite subject in the whole world. Oh, Solar Guitar, by the way, he let me use one of his nice songs. I forgot what video it was. I think it was not the last one, but the video before about Vril and Runes. So, but I made a note on the description. So, no Jeremy, no Wu Flu. Anna! Soul Serpentine. No, I'm not drinking my own piss. No. Hey, a new America. Donald! Sorry if I'm missing anyone. So, yeah, sorry. I'm trying to bottle caps. No coughing. So sorry. You know the drill. If I miss someone coming in, it's just because I'm trying to focus somehow. Yeah, and before I continue with the rune, I mean, and the rill, I mentioned that last time already, but I just want to say again that please, no one is, I mean, here, no one does it anyways, but anyone finding this channel looking for real, please don't associate me with the past. Please do not. It has nothing whatsoever to do with what happened, like nothing. All I do is talk about the real energy, and I will continue calling it real energy until a lot of people lose a bad taste about it. It was misused, and if you look around, still sigils and symbols are being misused by corporation and businesses and politics. So that's why I'm kind of annoyed that people constantly have to keep going, you know, about the bad Germanic people. So no, we're not talking about UFOs either. Shut up. Oh, thank you, Lavera. Yeah, I was having issues too watching streams of people. I don't know why. Even if I go in with my data bottle caps, you wouldn't get a fever if you wanted to with all your herbs that you smoke. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to mention that because it's really annoying me. Even with runes, it doesn't even have to be the real energy. It's runes. You talk about runes, and bam, you get a stamp on your forehead. It's bullshit. So it's actually what I want to talk about is how and why you can use runes to heal, like next to the other purposes of magic and receiving messages, right? So, but in this series, I will only talk about the healing properties of runes and Vril. So, if you would like to know about each rune in the full spectrum, I have a playlist where I made videos about every rune, and the videos are long because I explained them very detailed as much as I could. So, you might want to take a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or beer. So I'm just saying, so not that you're, just tuned in to listen about the runes. It's not. It's just about the Vril and the healing properties. Soul Serpentine. What rune is most closely related to the Kundalini? Since it's the root, you can go with Urus or Fehu. Those are the first runes, and they're like mostly connected to the root chakra in the creation where everything is. So I would go with them. Hey, Brandi. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, I have to because it's really ridiculous. Like, I posted a picture that I liked, that I got off Google, and it had runes and a guy standing up, and I got hinted, or I got, I didn't know what it was, so I got told it was Wilhelm, I forgot the name, former Tool member. I didn't know. I will do better research from now on. So I kind of, cut myself there. Hey, Delaney. So, yeah, you go clean, Anna. What, me, Donald? I don't think I'm losing. I wish. I'm trying. I don't want to be fat. So, well, I'm not fat. I'm fluffy. So there. Yeah, but Soul Serpentine, it also depends on what you want to do with the rune, right? And kind of, because they're pretty strong runes too, because I see them as the primal runes. So depending on what you do, it could be any other rune too. So it's really hard to tell. But like from the symbolic and the meaning of the runes, it's Uros or Feo. But depending on what you want to do, you really got to listen to the rune, right? Hi, Michaela. Heather. Hey. So, and to get a little more into the runes, I'm gonna be all over the place. Just be warned, right? Because it belongs together. That's why, and I've never really explained it. So I mentioned always that it's important to connect to our ancestors and spirit guides, right? Or our gods. So, and the reason is that the forming hypothesis of morphic fields, right, which have a determining effect in nature and us humans, as we know. So they kind of, you can say, shows, among other things, the relevance of the Germanic people, of the ideas to reality, like, or the Norse, right? I mean, I would say that all the tribes is a Germanic or Norse, that they were probably not aware of these fields in a way as we are today with all the science and all. But they were aware of something by their cultural and by their spiritual life, right? Because it was fundamentally geared to the preservation and resonance of this field. So yeah, you can just say they had knowledge of this if you look at it closely. Especially with the runes that they left for us. They leave us with those runes, they leave us with a medium which we can actively connect with this morphic field, of our species or the universe. So, and through the knowledge of our ancestors, we get a deep and realistic insight into the world behind the scenes of being, in all of its level. And we can learn, and also not only that we can learn and understand, but we will be able to use this mechanism. And which is unfortunate, like today, like the majority of people, they don't really, here we go squirreling, right? Mythology appears for them kind of senseless, or the naive attempt of explaining the world by ignorant or primitive people, and whatever, right? Like, because it's not true, because the myth, and if you really go into mythology, they actually reveal the root cause of life, and they actually deal with primal human experiences, that they had, the collective soul contents as archetypes and fundamental and what's the word, metaphysical ideas of world events that happened, and one's own history, like on a cultural basis, right, that we all have. So it's not like primitive at all, and this you visualize through rituals. And that's why rituals are so important. I do my own rituals, right? Because visualizing through rituals, you retain as memories, and therefore they stabilize traditional behaviors, if I make sense to you. So like if your culture, whatever, has certain rituals and passes it on, like I said, this will retain the memory, and it will stabilize behaviors. So, and in this way, the past is constantly transformed into our presence, right? And remains alive. And that's why they're very important. And this morphic field emerges into this cultural behavior, right? It's like an inheritable, energetic instance of culture, of consciousness, and the ancestral spirit as a collective, either subconsciousness, or how can you say that? I forgot the word of it. Underconsciousness? Is that a word? Is that an English word? But you know what I mean. You might not even be aware that you do certain rituals, that you celebrate a certain way and it feels right for you, or you burn certain incense because you know they have to be that way, but yet you don't understand why, right? Hey, Max. Good to see ya. Oh, yes, Rob. Yeah, absolutely. I used to have them, not anymore. So, how can I continue? So, like I said, every ritual, every tradition, traditional behavior, I should say, they're both a memory and a new creation. So you start that ritual, like I said, constantly repeating without even realizing you do it, or you are aware why you're doing, right? And in this way you stabilize this morphic field, right? And it becomes a habit and therefore a tradition. So and this will finally influence the thinking and your action, of all the people that are involved in that. And so, and the archetypes processed in the mythologies, they're actually like a collective subconscious. That was the word, subconscious. Yeah. So if they're subconscious, not unconscious, oh my God, laughter on my side, thank you. It's almost as good as a fuckleberry. So the subconscious, yeah. So finally, they're getting activated doing that, right? And become like a psychic reality and a physical reality. Can anyone follow me so far? I'm really trying. Johan, but you're here. So, yeah, don't challenge the Germans. Just kidding. So, I think I'm done with the ancestors. I think you're getting my point that we all have the information in us already, right? And through those rituals, we bring them out again. This is actually the short version. I could have kept it short, but I'd never do. So, so, and that brings me to the next point. So, and that's a sensitive point, which I hope everybody understands correct. So we've been talking about an evolving universe, right? And that we create our reality, and that the universe moves, and that Vril moves, it creates, we can create with this. So that gives that, yeah, for me, it's the question, does like an evolving universe like ours actually excludes the creator God, since it's actually evolves itself, right? And as such would be subject to the same laws as the entire universe. So I mean, it's just a thought, and I'm going with it somewhere, so don't freak everyone out, please. So, and what I'm saying, you cannot accept that God that creates unless you accept the God outside of every room, like everywhere, because everything gets created. And so, and if there's just one, and there's nothing else, why would that force be interested about who or what we are becoming? So, and in the North mythology or the Germanic mythology, neither the universe was there from the beginning. So both, it was just yawning emptiness, primordial matter, nor the gods, because they too only developed from the primal force, from this universe, like the laws of life, right? So evolution arises from the flowing of the worlds. So the great being of everything that exists, including the world of the gods or spirits, is connected in destiny and the course of the world. So And destiny too is becoming more and more evolving. So it keeps evolving. Everything keeps evolving. And the Norns, they spin your fate. And I talked about the Norns before, right? The past, the present, the future. And I think it all melts. It's a circle, right? And yet the cloth that they're weaving is not finished yet. So, and everything in the cycle of becoming, being, or passing away, like I said, the past, present, future, it becomes again, just as the universe once came into existence or into being, and eventually to pass away again and to become again. So, and hey, Violet. Hey, thank you. That way. Yeah, the wheels on the bus. So it's hard to explain for me, but what I'm saying is that this energy is this life force that I call the Vril, it just can't be destroyed. And in all this mythology and the rites, there's strength, I mean, look at that one, my favorite one, of course, right? That talks about Ragnarok. Let me see if I find it. I had it written down because I can't say it out of my mind, out of my head. I'm out of my mind, all right. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Here. The earth rises out of the sea again and is green and beautiful again. The aces sit together on the Ida field and talk. Remember the runes and talk about the events of days past, about the Midgard snake and the Fenris wolf. So, yeah, so, right, even in that mythology, it talks about an ending and a new beginning, right? Oh, I can't see. Hold on, I gotta turn off what I just pulled up. Hey, Washington County. Washington, not Washington. Sorry, I'm an immigrant. I didn't miss anyone yet, right? So, and what I was saying with all this creator stuff is that if we learn more about how to control this energy, not only that we will bring this mythology to life again, it will happen. And because actually what's going on right now, everywhere, it doesn't matter what, I'm not pointing out certain things, is a part of, that Ragnarok. Yes. Sorry, I'm killing myself. Yeah, once you see it and experience it, it is in you forever. That's true, Rob. So what I'm saying is that we are all coming from this evolving universe, right? Somehow. So, and even all the gods and nature spirits, they rely on the energy they get, right? They need to receive. And we all need energy. We are energy. The universe is energy. And you need energy to keep going, like a battery, right? So, and I mean, since we are, like I said before, we are not able to create real energy in our body, but we can absorb it. But I'm getting into that a bit. Hey, Dicky's peer reviews, how are you doing? So what I'm saying, we all in the need of energy, right? Even them to keep going, to keep powerful. I would say just like the politicians and the celebrities, who I would say collect their energies from their constituencies, their power and influence remains dependent on the size and strength of, everyone following them. And once that diminishes, they fade from the scene, and so, and this is what can happen to the gods too, to our ancestors, if we don't keep them alive by giving them energy. They will fade, and with it, knowledge will get lost, or might get lost. You know what I mean? And like everything in nature, including the relationship between us mortals for now and the divine, it's all about the principle as above, so below, and the reverse, below, so above. It's fundamental. So, and the reason why maybe gods have a greater power, or your spirit guides, right? I just call them my gods because I work with Odin, as you know, who is not the creator or anything, just bringing that in here. So it's because the energy curve is so far above ours. so it's because when we celebrate, or do our rites, and concentrate on whatever, we are providing them with this energy and their influence here on Midgard, right? So we are opening a path across the Rainbow Bridge for the gods and Asgards. And so in this way, they can influence here. So, but at the same time, the flow of energy is two-way. and this is what I always say when I do energy work. It's not, Odin, can you please make that go away for me? And can you please get me $1 million here? Thank you, right? It's more about learning, experiencing, and get up your ass. That's what it literally is. So just saying. Have I missed something? Rob. So yeah, everything is energy, Max. Yeah. So, and so we can do the same. Ultraviolet, tough love. That's what it is. So and I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should have an Odin. It's like everybody is different. One might need more the energy of an angel, a little softer, and to be pushed softly and gently, but I don't do soft and gently. That came across. Mommy, let's continue. Hey, Glenn and Maureen. Good to see you guys here. So what I'm saying, so the more we work, the more we have that circle flowing, right? The more our energy curves, they increase with this Vril energy, right? And so that means we are evolving ourselves, right? And therefore things seem easier, like for some astral projecting, maybe. I mean, I personally don't. I only travel with my energy always, if I do energy work, but that's just me. So, and you gain certain level of consciousness and beyond the mental and intuitive levels And this is what I actually mean with that we carry this God energy in us, right? So to become a real being, if you want to call it that. So because like I said, the real energy that passes through us like water, like it just flows through our body if we let it go. I mean, if we let it happen. Can anyone imagine our source being alone? No, that's my point, Lavera. I don't know if there is. I mean, it can't be someone, and I'm probably gonna get burned on a stack for saying that. But I mean, we're talking energy here, and we are as well, but we are right now in our bodies on this planet for a purpose, right? Whatever that is. And so yeah, I don't think it's alone. So because it's energy, flowing energy. Yeah, I don't think you can be alone. No. I mean, I'm personally never alone. I've someone. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't think you can be alone. But that's just my opinion. No. And I don't believe in an old man sitting on a cloud in the first place. But that's just mine. And that's what I mean with this universal evolution, with this continuously creating being and not dying, but just starting all over again. It's a constant circle. So so because like I said, that real energy flows through our body, right? And so it does through the whole universe. So no one can be really alone, even if you feel alone. Darth, please, no, don't do that. Please. Hey, Cynthia. No corona smelling viruses, please. Hey, Lady Spitfire. Yeah, I don't think Source was ever alone. I mean, the universe can't be alone, right? I love you too, Shannon. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. I don't want to step on anybody's toes or religious belief, right? I'm just trying to explain that we are far more than we know, and we are part of this change in our universe. That's all I'm just saying. And it doesn't matter what planet or star or where we're from. We are all part of this creation. And some may be, nice, some might not be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not out there. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. I've read that Source once split itself once at how we find ourselves here now. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's that the real is in all of us, right? That energy. So I don't think we can be alone, or the universe, because it's all connected and constantly flowing, right? It holds our, and for us, it's very important actually to replenish our batteries, our source of energy. It's our source of energy that kind of holds the atoms together. So, and the atoms are vibrating at different frequencies. So, and they're causing matter to take on different forms and shapes and textures and all. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah, replenishing, like charging a battery, right? That's so, and yeah, and for me, the best way for me personal is to absorb it over the solar plexus, because this is where our feelings sit, our brain actually. I know, don't imagine a brain out there. But yeah, of course you can take it in through the you know, or your third eye, or what, or your heart, whatever feels comfortable for you. Like I said, I would not dare say this is wrong or this is right, because it just, as long as it moves through the whole spinal cord, our nervous system, and that's all that matters, right? And from there, it can, once it's in your spinal cord, from there it can determine where to go. And this is why I mean, what? Oh my God. Are you getting stupid now? If you take, I'm not gonna answer that. Yeah. So yeah, it moves through your whole body, because through the whole nervous system. And this is how I work with the runes, right? Or rune healers work with it on different, because the spine, they have all the different vertebrae which connect to your organs, right? So, and therefore we can like make our bodies, at one point when we're far enough, we can decide if we vibrate lower or if we vibrate higher. We can actually adjust to the reality. And this is something I'm learning myself. And this is what the people of Atlantis were aware of, you know. I think that what it takes to bring up your energy so high that you can just, oh, I'm going to Paris today, you know. So, but of course, we have forgotten about that, and would be nice if we all get that back again. So, I don't know, Miles, if this is the eye of the Sahara. I don't know. I mean, me personal, okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Atlantis was a different planet, and this is number 2, because they screwed it up, got greedy, and we're about to repeat the same thing here again. So, and I'm not blaming it all on the, I don't want to say the name, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, we got to watch out too, right? What we do and how we treat this planet. Oh, hi, Matilda. I didn't say hello. Wild Style, hello. Anna said, you agree with the solar plexus. The Maya call it Kuksan Ksum. Yeah, I probably say it wrong. So, yeah, so I don't know where Atlantis is or was. I mean, speculations, but with all the conspiracy theories thrown out there, we will not really. I think what they do, all those conspiracy theories, they distract us from really looking into ourselves and connecting and and doing more work. And I'm not only talking about work and releasing and shadow work, like really connecting to who we are. And we can't do that because we're concentrating constantly on some conspiracy. Is it? I don't know. I don't want to get into it because everybody has different opinions, right? And I'm not judging anyone. It just I find it so, it's so much, and everyone is right, so they say, and it's just separating people instead of bringing them together. So now religion is not working anymore to keep people apart. So now they're just, using that. And so just, but that's just my opinion, right? Yes, love, too many rabbit holes. That's true. And if you go too deep, you never come out. So I rather concentrate on Vrils, the runes, ancestors, and trying to help people to do energy work and all that, right? So, but I'm drifting off. Thank you, Anna. Say hi, Ransom. Oh my God, I'm on much too long and I haven't even come to the rune. Holy shit, I knew this was happening. So, yeah, it's all about mind control, right? I mean, mind controlling. We control our mind, not about getting the mind control. I mean, to learn how to control our mind, and this is with is it, like I said, to increase or decrease the vibration, the frequencies, and this you can do with the runes because we're talking about runes. Jeremy, shut up! Not that chaos. And we can do this by chanting the runes, using the runes, so we can learn to resonate on a higher level of reality with this. But that takes effort, right? It's not just like, oh, cool, real, thank you, it takes work, and for that sense, again, you need to get rid of blockages, so you need to strengthen your physical bodies because they are parts of the dimensional part of ours. Our higher self is, what if you want to say it. So, and then we can enter the higher selves, the higher levels of reality, right? Including astral travel or remote viewing, right, Max? It's one of it, and or doing energy work. And look at it. I mean, so many people do it already without even realizing they do it. And that's what I mean with subconscious. They don't realize it. They do rituals, they do energy work, they do tarot cards, they do rune readings. I mean, I'm just talking in general, right? Remote viewing. So many people do it already partially without knowing it, without realizing they're using this Vril energy, right? So, but you, like I said, you need to get rid of blockages if you have any, because then, if you have any blockages, the energy can flow, and that I don't have to explain. We know that by now, right? So, and that can be anything. It can be fears. It could be old wounds that happened to you that you've been pushing away, not dealing with. It can be anything, right? Like I said, and they're just mostly obstacles then. So you need to get rid of that stuff first, so the real energy can enter your body. And this is, of course, you can do with breathing exercise, right? And that's why I mentioned before, breathing is so very important. And I ask you to, to really practice the breathing exercise. And I'm bringing that in again because Tiwaz is it carries the element of air, and to breathe correct where is so important for every aspect our body and soul, right? So, and like I said, we not only need the air, but we need the real energy as much as we need our oxygen. We need the energy. We need to fill and charge our battery. It's so important. So I'm gonna go to Tiwaz now, because you see, my video was an hour. So, and since I forgot what I said, and I probably forgot half of it, so sorry. Wild style, yeah. And I mentioned in my beginning, I have nothing to do with this. Like, they were very much into all kind of stuff, magic and everything, and runes, and it got terribly misused and bit them in the ass. You know what I mean? But it's not that they invented it or created it. That was not made by him or them. So, yeah, unfortunately. What, Rob? Yeah, I love you too. Did I miss something? Hello? Sorry, have I missed anything? Yeah, they used it as magic and for magic and even the Svasistka, which is a shame. It's a beautiful rune. It's a really beautiful, sunny rune. You can't hear, and it's not even, it goes even further up to the Bronze Age. That symbol was found, and now you can't use it anymore because of that bullshit. So, yeah. Yeah, Wildstyle, he had all his little bozos, right? Looking and researching, looking for the grail and wasn't whatnot. So, but I can't get into that now because other than that, it eats up too much time. Wildstyle, no, I can't show you the sign because then my channel will be taken down in an instant. You know what sign it is. Oh, I forgot about you. Yeah. No, I didn't forget my video. I couldn't play it. It took me 3-4 hours, like I said, and then I don't know, was damaged. So yeah, sorry, Wildstyle, I can't do that. I can't because the channel will be dead in an instant. So AJ Armstrong. Yeah, yes, Toth, it's fine all over. So oh, it's okay, Johan. Was only 3 hours of talking and cutting video material. I live. Hey, brother. So, now, hey, Vadruna Valgis. Oh, you asked before. Yeah, sorry, Toth. I'm trying. Like, if I miss some questions in the chat, I'm sorry. So I'm going now to Tiwaz. So it's a warrior rune, right? And we are all warriors. And I'm not talking put on the old armor and go out, beat up people. So I mean it with we all fight our daily battles, right? And the path of a warrior, it brings challenges and initiations, right? A warrior has a lot to learn, including, and this is me, patience. I'm so patient. It's unreal. Not so. Oh, I got better. but including patience, like I said, speed, needs a good, strong heart, a firm belief in the sanctity of what he protects and what he believes in. So, and warrior, he wants to protect and survive, right? By nature. So he's very resourceful and focuses on solutions and not problems. Yes, bottle caps. I have a cough. I have this cough since I'm 20 years old. It's chronicle. But that's not interesting now. So where was I? Warrior wants to survive, right? By nature, I think I was. So, and yeah, he wants to find a solution, not the problems. And if you're wise warrior, you know that failure is not that a mistake is not a failure, right? And but that it's a lesson to learn, and everyone who's seeking, who seeks honestly and humble, they must learn, and they will learn. So, and whoever never makes mistakes, which is not, I don't believe in that, becomes an old fool, right? So, yeah, that's what I think a warrior is. But I mean, like I said, I'm just putting in here my short opinions, right? So, and Tiwaz asked you to actually to use what you've learned so far as a warrior, right? It so like I draw the rune on the screen picture, the dart, right? And I would like you to take a look at it, and then I do that with everyone that I try to explain runes, to take a look, pick a rune. This is how, I think I try to teach it. Not saying it's the only way, but I like everyone to take a close look at the rune, and then and I want to, and then see what arises in you, what associations you get, right? So, and if you look at Tiwaz, like, I don't know, do you maybe think it's an error, or is it a supporting roof that hides something under it? Maybe it shows you that something is flowing in one direction. Do you feel secure, or do you feel struggle when you see the runes, right? So those are all little steps on how to use runes. Oh, no worries, Michelle. I'm glad you listening. So also, if you believe it or not, the power of love is behind this rune, right? So if you work with Tiwaz in relationships, it kind of asks you to dedicate yourself a little more to relationships, a little more courage or dedication, right? To either create a relationship, to keep it going. The power of decision and distinction will support you in this. So, and this is all kind of relationships, right? So, I mean, take for an example a relationship between a dog and a man, if or a dog and a woman. I mean, you want to nurture that animal, right? You you create a relationship with your dog, and you give it love, and the dog will learn from you and will be there for you. So you see, it you will take on features of your dog, and the dog will take on features of you. It's just a fact. I mean, it's not even a joke sometimes. I mean, exaggerated that some dog owners look like their dog. No, Anna, you do not look like Hope or Buddy. I'm just saying. Anna, when I hear Tiwaz, I get a feel of make energy and confidence. Yeah, very good, Anna. So I'm just saying it's yeah, it creates the energy curve, right? It will rise if you exchange, and that's the same with relationship with your partner. It's the same. You take more features on of your partner, and the opposite around. You nourish each other, and this increases the curves again very, very high. No bottle caps. I don't know your dog, but I know your bird. So, and when you look, Anna got that nice. So if you look at Tiwaz, it shows you, or it shows me, okay, for me, it shows me the target is aimed, you know? Like for me, it's like the dart, like, okay, and go for me. So, and that goal, and if you use it like that, that goal can be everything, you know? You can fight against someone, I mean, like an opponent, like some issue. If you have legal justice issues or whatever, if you want to implement an idea, if you want to get into the act of love making, the target. So it's true. I'm not joking around. It's true. So yeah, those are just some short few aspects of Tiwaz. Like I said, I explained it in another video a little closer. So like I said, she is associated with the element of air, and through our spine, she works in our heart level. What, Violet? Sometimes opposition is needed. Yep. Hey, Steve. So, and it's the first, second, and third thoracic. I don't know if I say that right. I'm sorry if I don't. So, and that is the solar plexus and the heart chakra. But for me, it's more the heart chakra related, the Tiwaz rune. For me, personal, okay? So, and but also it helps us, Tiwaz helps us if you suffer from heart and upper back or chest issues, and also with the lung and the blood circulation system, and that's what the first, second, and third thoracic do, right? I probably pronounce that so wrong. I better write it right before yeah, I probably pronounced that wrong. So and like I said, I think yeah, blood circulation, I said, right? And then also for your skin, your thyroid, and in general, of course, the blockages of the heart, right? And because when your heart chakra is blocked, mostly it happened due to separation, and it or fear or whatever hurt you really bad. So what you experience then is negativity, doubt, depression, insecurity, imbalance, right? All those things. And what Tiwaz does with the Vril energy, she will give you back the devotion, the confidence, optimism, the warmth, happiness, compassion, and helpfulness. What? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. No, Steve, I'm fine. Do my eyes look like? No, it's probably the shitty light. No, I'm not crying. So if you believe it or not, so even the wrist, the fingers and the hands or arthritis, they can cause issues when your heart causes all this pain, from the load. So if you believe it not, it even goes to there. Jeremy. So it will also restore the organic balance and sense of healing through recognition, right? And once you realize what is blocking you, then you can start the transformation. And this is why breathing is so important, and especially with this rune. So oh, Shannon, yeah, my face is glowing. It's hot. So like I said last time, you can even visualize it and charge the rune, or what you can do rune positions. I don't want to get into the chanting yet because I don't want to chant public. You don't want to hear that. Of bottle caps, I don't got to. So so what you can do is when you stand up, you take in the position of the Tiwaz rune, right? Yeah, I got a red eye. So you just take in, you stand straight and you close your eyes, of course, because you can concentrate better. And then you start breathing, right? You start your breathing exercise first to relax. And I just use the Tiwaz position because it's the easiest. There are other rune positions. I don't know how many times I fell on my ass trying Rahido. Yeah. So so that is the easiest. Hey, Rizorian. So yeah, you just stand and then you start breathing, right? Just inhale. I don't want to really get too much into the breathing exercise because I'm sure you practice. So just to repeat again, it's very important that when you need to concentrate on your breath, right? And you need to try when you stand in the Tiwaz position or any other position, or you lay down, just be aware of your breath. Be aware how your breath fills your lungs, really. And then be aware how your belly raises slowly, how it begins to expand. And I mentioned a while back that we are all breathing wrong. Only babies still breathe correct. They breathe through their tummy. You don't breathe actually here. Of course, here's your system, but actually you inhale the breath through your belly. I mean, look at babies. If you have the chance to look at babies breathing, this is what you do. And and then when you do your exercise, just be aware of the breath, how it starts flowing through your head, through your shoulders, through your chest, to your hips, and down to your arms until, just do it slowly, not as fast as I talk, obviously, duh. So just make sure when you try to relax and fill your body with air, do it with deep breaths, but not to a breath, not breaths, for fuck's sake. I talk too much. Help me with deep breaths, not breaths. Oh man, I give up. I'm almost done here. Help me. So just make sure you do that with a deep breath. Oh, good night, Richard. Thanks for coming. So and then, just imagine how every part of your body relaxes, how your whole body is filled with that, with your breath, right? But don't try to faint while you're doing it. Do it slowly, not like because you're gonna get dizzy. And then then once you did that, then you will feel actually a change. You will feel a change. Nothing can put your mind and soul into change anymore. So that is what you concentrate on. Right, Shannon? Mommy. So and this exercise is for you. I can't tell you what to do. You concentrate on what will come, your future, whatever you have in mind, right? So just imagine you hold your life firmly in your hand, so sort out the past, what was important, what is not important, what maybe there is something that is still important to you, but be aware that, yeah, Falun Dafa, but you live in the now, and try to breathe evenly. So be aware how free your breath is, and then and your breath is as free as you are. So, but yeah. So, but like I said, I can't really tell you, right, what to do. So while we're doing this in regards to healing, of course, you can concentrate on the issues you have, that you want to find whatever is blocking you, and that this will not block you anymore. That the fear that you always carry, that it has no power over you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Tiwaz related exercise in this case, since we're talking about it. Like me, like back in Germany, like, I don't know, as soon, and I lived in an apartment complex, and as soon as the light went out in the hallway and it was dark, I ran like the devil was behind me. I don't know why. It was just like creepy. Not that it blocked me, but I'm just saying. So, and yeah, so concentrate on whatever blocks you, or that you're aware of, or even target the goal with Tiwaz. Target the goal. Like, ask Tiwaz to target, right? So you can recognize and start your transformation. Oh, Toth, yeah. I wanted to, but I was running. So once you're done, then you slowly finish the exercise, right? Just be careful that you do it slowly, that you come back slowly, and not just like bam. And preferably turn off your phone, the doorbell, radio. Make sure it's your quiet time, right? And be aware and keep in mind that all these exercises take time, right? And also, while you start this breathing exercise, you might actually run already into your first blockage before you get there, right? Because since this breath of life is flowing through you and you're aware of it, once you got practice that you're aware of that breath flowing, you will probably discover some blockages, So, and you can also visualize the rune on, let's say you discovered a blockage in your heart chakra, right? You can use it with Tiwaz, right? And also, please, if you start feeling uncomfortable doing that exercise, that you start having anxieties, don't feel well, that you feel a little overpowered, please just stop it then slowly, okay? Just interrupt the exercise. I mean, immediately, but slowly breathing. And don't push it if you're by yourself. So then try to continue it with someone that has experience or can guide you. Just don't force yourself through it by yourself, okay? And yeah, it's important. Don't force yourself. Like, really, take your time. I mean, I've been there, done that, right? Many times. And yeah, and also if you're familiar with runes, and let's say, just an example, let's say, oh, I know I have a heart chakra issue, so I'm picking Tiwaz. This is mostly not how it works if you meditate with runes. The issue could be a complete different that you are not aware of. So a totally different rune may come to you, right? That's why I'm always saying, please become familiar with the runes. It's with Tiwaz, with a relationship. Establish a relationship with the runes so the energy can flow, right? And it can increase the energy, right? So, and I also have to mention that little disclaimer. My information do not replace a visit at the doctor. You know what I mean? So I got to mention that. So, and whenever you are using a healer, rune worker, right? Please keep in mind, there is no one in this world who should tell you, oh, I make this all go away if you pay me $500. I'm just throwing a number in here. No. If you willing to do energy work, if you're willing to work on your issues, it will not be a carriage pulled by unicorns, and you will get no sprinkle. That will come later. Oh, thank you, Shannon. So it takes effort, it takes tears, it's uncomfortable, but once you're done, it will be fine. So please don't have anyone tell you, oh, I make that go away for you. It's bullshit. And that is the reason why I wrote that on my channel too. I only do it in a personal video conversation, or preferably, of course, personal, but these days it's not possible. But at least I want a little personal contact, and I find it so important. I talk to the people before, then I either walk them through it or I check by myself first, but they mostly know I'm there. And then after I talk to them about the experience, how they feel, and sometimes it takes a few more sessions. Sometimes they're aware and they can keep working by themselves. You know, it's just what I really do. I just open the door. I can take the blockage away from you, but once the blockage is gone, what I'm trying to say is, once the blockage is done, whatever blocked you will come out. Okay, so that means, depending on what it is, you might feel it again. But I mean, most of us in our community that did work, right, shadow work and all that. So you get the point. It's just people shouldn't be left alone, like you know, and some websites, they just do an exchange with emails. Like, what the hell is that? You don't even know if you talk to a person. I mean, I'm OCD anyways when I do that, right? I'm like 10,000%. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make commercial here for me or marketing. I'm just saying, be careful in who you pick, who you let in, you know. I mean, what I can do, I can take away entities. That I can do. And can get rid of certain kind of energies. And but the problem is, if someone else will do that for you, you are not aware what was blocking you, and then it might, I don't know, it might come back. You know what I mean? It will not never really release unless you are aware of it. So yeah. So yeah, we can have conversation energetically. Yep, we can. And that's what I do. I just go with my energy to people. And yeah, the ones I did it with, they know what I mean. It's all relative to what you let into your reality, right? Yeah. Yeah. Most time, if you have a block, a curse, or just negative energy, you must give it to a live animal to move it, or do your homework. To an animal? What? No, I don't give it to an animal. What do you mean? I'm confused. Or am I missing something? Were you having a conversation? Um, yeah, but curses are so rare, right? I find many people, they freak out and think they're cursed. Well, it's just their own demons coming out. And that's what I mean. People, being left alone after energy work, or they don't know what's hitting them. And especially in times where we're now aware of raising our frequencies and energies. Another point I wanted to mention: be careful with wishing. With what you wish for. Remember, you're in a higher frequency now, and or most of us, and so you got more will in you to manifest. So be very careful. So, hey, IOX, did I miss you? Were you here all the time? I'm sorry. I've never done that, passing it on to an animal. So, yeah, or do your homework. Yeah. Yeah, I like to play. I take it on myself. But like I said, it's rare, curses. Because sometimes we attract a lot ourselves, right? But that would like be too much, like much too long, and no one will ever listen to that video at the end anyways, once it's uploaded. Oh, you mean like the energetically, like fear and all that? That's what you mean? Yeah, no, I don't. No, but that is what I mean. I could do it, but I don't. I don't wanna. I want people to heal themselves. I want people to learn how to heal themselves. Um, and yeah, you know what I mean, right? So yeah. Um, yeah, cats, they're like, they're very you know, known for seeing stuff. So okay, before I start the next subject, I'm gonna stop now. Yeah, I'm gonna hang up now. I mean, I'm gonna finish now because I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry that took all so long, but I knew that was happening once I start talking about that life. So I thank you all very, very much for coming tonight and listening to my squirrel documentation here. And together with this goes the oak tree. and sage, but I'm seriously not talking about sage and oak tree anymore. I explained that in a lot of other videos. So next week I'm going to talk about some other resins. I don't know. I will come up with something. So, and yeah, thank you all very, very much. You have a good night or good day or good morning, wherever you are right now. And yeah, I love you all. And I will see you soon again. And stay safe and stay well. And I see you soon. Thank you.